I see my redhead, mess bed, tear shed, queen bee must squeeze. The stage smells, tells, hells, bells, misspells, knocks me on my knees. It didn't hurt, flirt, blood, squirt, stuff, shirt like me on a tree. After I count down 3 rounds in hell, I'll be in good company. My redhead, mess bed, tear shed, queen bee must squeeze. The stage smells, tells, hells, bells, misspells, knocks me on my knees. It didn't hurt, flirt, blood, squirt, stuff, shirt like me on a tree. After I count down 3 rounds in hell, I'll be in good company. There's no part to play. Drinking Drano, smoking grass, one under the path. What we saw in the woods today. Repeat 60 cycle delay. The TV says it's all in your head, so shake it out and share your bread. We're not separate. Waste your thoughts, waste your time. I live in yours and you in mine. Flows from the earth. Soft spot, lightning, ride, my pain is feeling. A million suns won't fill you up. You can't see the wine flowing over your cup. Last thread dancing, damn one more time with feeling. Pass the plate and you sit back down and go back to your hole in the woods underground. Wait. The clock ticks, though you just sit and wish you had someone to wrestle with. It's a small tooth touch, it comes around and rings your bell. Shows you how you thought you felt. Slowly floss your holy molars, deader than a $1. I stole the car with my mind and fired up my fear machine. Can't help what they drilled into me. Swallow the pitch that flows buried my thoughts. I'm not sure what I said. I feel dumb and long night coming. Did you steal my prayers? I don't know where I was. I feel numb and all or nothing. It's Friday night, let's lose our minds in a downward spiral. Here we go, 'cause we got no control. It's Friday nights always save my life from the worst of times we ever had. Think of a punk rock bands until Monday morning strikes again. We are the kings of the weekend. I can feel my head falling off my neck. I need something to keep going. So just take my hand, only seconds left. The clock's running, our time's coming. It's Friday night, let's lose our minds in a downward spiral. Here we go, 'cause we got no control. It's Friday nights always save my life from the worst of times we ever had. Think of a punk rock bands until Monday morning strikes again. We are the kings of the weekend. It's Friday night, let's lose our minds in a downward spiral. Here we go, 'cause we got no control. It's Friday nights always save my life from the worst of times we ever had. Think of a punk rock bands until Monday morning strikes again. We are the kings of the weekend.
Used to be so judgmental, now I respect the ones who dare to be sinful. I was searching for my pride, now I know it's all fleeting, just glad to be alive. You're salty, can't find you. I'm numb to the rhythm that guides you. Take all your confetti away. I know what's killing me. Don't need your love or sympathy. I know just what you say. Don't you try to rescue me. Won't fight you, not like you, but I'm numb to the rhythm that guides you. I'll take your confetti away. I know what's killing me. Don't need your love or sympathy. I know just what you say. Don't you try to rescue me.
I might chip outs, man. I got this, yeah.
You will not win, cause I will not lose. Can't be touched, can't be stopped, can't be moved, can't be rocked, can't be shook. We hot. When will you niggas learn? Came to get crunk, came to bring life, came to get started, came to get right. Turn down the music, turn up my mic. When will you niggas learn?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Rekt League. I am here today with Gulen. Hello? Gulen, are you there? Uh-oh. The Discord died? Okay, well, it looks like he's not here right now. Oh, wait. Okay, I got him back. Gulen's here, let's go!
I'm ready to roll, and I hope so are Ocean and Red Brambleback.
Yeah, so before we get too much into it, we have a message from one of the teams. Let's listen to it.
Содан кейін теңіз уже соғықта теңіз 60-шы жылдан бастап теңіз кетіп жатыр ғой, оны ешкім білген жоқ. Последний раз 1977-78 жылдары.
Менің есімім Абылайхан, фамилиям Құлмұратов. Ол солтүстік Арал теңізі бөгетінде инженер болып жұмыс істеймін. Арал теңізінде құйып тұрған екі өзеннің суын ирригацияға есепсіз пайдалану салдарынан 1989 жылда Арал теңізі екіге бөлінді.
Ол кезде теңіз қайтып кеткен бұл жерде. 76 жылы. Теңіз кішкентай ақ теңіз, ащы суы. 87 жыл. Жаңағы шөптің басы тұзданады да. Мен 15 деймін, 15-16 мал жоғалттым мен. Сондай түйеден түйе. Ауыры болды. Кеткендерден келгендері де бар, көшіп келгендері. Менің өзім 3 үй көшіріп әкелдім. Балық аулап жатыр. Сосын ақша табады балықтан. Қазір елге свет келді 2009 жылы. Телефон келді.
And after that, we're back. Oh man, that's just phenomenal. So some strong opinions coming out of Team Brambleback there.
Yeah, that's got to be one of my favorite hype videos I've seen in the Rekt League this season.
Yeah, that one's pretty phenomenal, no doubt.
That was well done.
So, let's talk about the matchups. We actually have a graphic today for the top lane, so let's go into that. So you can see on everyone should be able to see now that the KDAs and the matchups and what everyone likes to play. So what are you expecting out of this one, out of this matchup?
Well, it looks like what we can expect is that these two top laners are not going to be playing the same champions, most likely. It's pretty crazy how each of them has their own kind of pretty deep pool of top lane champions, but there's barely any overlap with just Trundle and Scion. So whatever we can expect to see something unique from each of these top laners.
Yes, and so also just for clarity's sake here, the Trundle is and the Scion are both like picked by both, and then the 0% is for Pickle Popper and the 100% is for Ratty Z. So judging purely from the stats, it looks almost like a mismatch towards Ratty Z's side. So I'm gonna be excited to see how Pickle Popper reacts to that. And
yeah, I mean a lot of the stats seem to be favoring Ratty Z, but those are some pretty good win percentages all across the board on Pickle Popper's side. So good stats from both sides. It'll definitely be an exciting matchup, and we don't really even know what to expect from who they're going to pick based on this.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's kind of up in the air about what's coming out. So let's move on. What are you thinking about the jungle matchup? Enraged Ovary versus Impulse.
Enraged Ovary, as we just saw, has had his Lee Sin reign way back in the day, but he's been kind of pulling back and pulling onto some safer engaged champions, and I've really actually enjoyed his Sejuani a lot. I think that's his killer champion right now. So that's what I'm expecting to see out of Enraged Ovary. And I'm not actually sure what is Impulse been playing these days.
I think they actually, in my opinion, they have the exact same champion pool. So I actually had an interaction the other day with Impulse where he was expecting to see the carry junglers come out from Enraged Ovary. And when I went to Enraged Ovary and was like, hey, he's expecting the carry jungles, what do you say about that? He just laughed and said he didn't even own half of them. So I'm expecting to see Sejuani versus Zac all 3 games, and then they're going to be battling for who picks which. It's my expectation here.
Yeah, the Sejuani is definitely going to be a highly valued jungler for both of these junglers. So we'll have to see whether the second pick side is going to decide to ban that out and make the other team pick something else, or if they're just going to kind of let Sejuani go into each game and the gentleman's agreement, the first pick will grab Sejuani.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting. Yeah, I think the jungle matchup has more in terms of pick potential. I feel like the Sejuani is going to be really highly contested for both of these players. Whereas in the top lane, I feel like it was much more of a just kind of hodgepodge of whatever. Could go either way.
Yeah, I agree. The top lane, like we just saw, had like something crazy like 10 champions that they could be picking from right now, and we really don't know what it's going to be. But jungle, yeah, we have a pretty good idea of what's going to be picked here.
Yeah.
What it's going to come down to is who's going to get it, and how are the teams going to prioritize that in their pick ban.
Yeah, I think we're heading into game really soon, and then we can continue talking about the matchups afterward. See if I can get these guys into the game. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah. Well, while we wait, the matchup that I know you're super excited for the top lane matchup, as we should be, but my eyes are on mid lane here. Maybe as a mid laner myself, I'm a bit biased, but my eyes are on mid lane. So
yeah, I think when Shu is in the game, it is really hard to not look at the mid lane.
Yeah, because something crazy is always happening there.
Right, it's just kind of the way it's gonna be. The guy's just too good.
But we've talked about this, and we think that if anyone has a chance to bring that aggression and that champion pool to the mid lane to possibly dethrone Shu, it could be Calvi.
Oh
he's
man,
gonna take away that Victor, who's a safer pick for Shu.
And I just got to give a shout out to my boy Dr. Disrespect 69. Thank you for the bits. That's huge. Appreciate it.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot of bits.
That's a lot of bits.
Okay, we had the real Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, really. So we see the Victor ban coming out against Shu. I want to see this happen in the mid lane. I know we have more to talk about the mid lane matchup, but I want to see the Talon for Calvi, and I think they could ban. Oh, okay. They're just gonna take the Vladimir out. I was gonna say I think they can actually pick Talon and just bait out the Vladimir all in at level 3 and just snowball like all hell. I feel like Vladimir just gets just completely destroyed in that matchup.
I think, yeah. And there's the first pick, Sejuani, as we kind of were talking about.
Yeah.
We know that's a high priority pick for both
Right.
teams. A lot of support bans coming out actually against Frostbeat, which again we've seen how terrifying he can be on those mage supports. So
Yeah.
making sense.
And taking away the Darius from Pickle Popper. I think the other hidden gem of a pick here is Trundle. I'm kind of expecting to see Radizi on the Trundle with a Sejuani lock-in. I could definitely, I don't know. We're gonna have to see, but that's my expectation. He proved that he could play it. I mean, Scion isn't banned, so they could always just put him back on Scion, and that would be a really good pick as well.
Yeah, and Radizi's got. I mean, they both got a lot of games on Scion, so that's a big pick for both teams right now. We're going to see if anyone prioritizes that. But for now, picking both junglers for both sides, and Phoenix is coveted Jhin as he usually plays. He brings his own unique style to the game with bringing Jhin to the board.
And on the other side, we see the coveted Arrow coming out from Arrow.
Yeah, Arrow repping the Arrow.
Yep.
So that's nice to see. Yeah, I mean, that's two Freljord engages right there. So a lot of CC coming out in the first 2 picks for red buff.
The Bard for Frostbeat. So Bardash is actually a really sick lane. That has a lot of oppression. Yeah,
Bard is great if they want to keep the bot lane of Ocean down, because especially someone like Frostbeat playing Bard, it's so aggressive, and it looks like he's going to be running Ignite. I'll bet you he's taking Electrocute. And when you've got a support that can half health and 80 carry, that's a lot of damage and a lot of threat.
Yeah, and there's the Scion pickup. Okay, so now that we see the Scion, I wouldn't be surprised to see Pickle Popper pick up the Trundle here, because when you see a double tank line, Trundle is just so easy. Just so free.
Yeah, I mean, Trundle is just getting better as Ocean's draft keeps going on. So, and you know, Ocean's got a chance to ban it here if they think.
Yeah, I think they need to ban it here. I really think that is something to worry about. And I mean, I know Sejuani's already locked in on one side of the map, but I think they can. The thing about Trundle for Red Brambleback is you can flex it into the jungle role really easily. Impulse loves that character, so I think that's just such a good pick for them.
Yeah, the Gangplank ban coming out. I have not actually. I've personally not seen that from Shu that much, but maybe he's been practicing it lately.
Yeah,
and it's so strong.
He's been playing that character since the dawn of time. When that character got remade, I just remember him in game spamming it. So, which is funny because so did Shoemaker. Both the shoes
Yeah, the
were
Shoemakers who-
Gangplank mains. It's pretty dope.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Red Brambleback has done their research then, betting that Gangplank. And that's Zareth coming out. Calvi plays Zareth, but it could also kind of, I mean, it flexes to the support as well.
Yeah, so
About
it's a really good red side ban against Bramble because you can take out the control mage that Calvi's best at, and you're gonna force him onto something like a Diana, something like a Talon. And when you're blind picking Diana or Talon into Shu, you're gonna lose. That's as simple as it gets.
Yep, and I wouldn't be surprised if they saved Shu's pick here for the last pick.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
Force Calvi to go in blind, which is going to be really scary.
And also, I think the last pick is actually really easy to predict. They're just gonna pick Galio for Team Ocean for Shu. They're just gonna pick a nice Galio middle. I don't know.
Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, it's not quite. It doesn't have the potential to be quite as oppressive in lane, but in terms of the effect that it can have on the entire game, from supporting the other lanes, it's huge.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, there's the Talon pick. So
there's the Talon.
I think you actually might hesitate picking Galio into Talon. That might not go your way.
Yeah, you would certainly be picking into a matchup where your character isn't really made for that AD matchup. You've got that magic shield that's not going to do much, and
yes, yeah. But on the other hand, you can look at it as though they're going to go with the Ornn, not the Trundle.
Okay.
I think that's a missed opportunity right there, but is what it is.
Yeah,
especially,
I mean,
especially if this is going to be a Galio, they have the triple frontline. Like Trundle would have been so good for taking one of these tanks out of the equation.
I agree. I think Trundle was the right pick here, regardless of really what Shu picks. And they've got so much engage already. I don't know if they need it. Oh,
I didn't see that one coming.
Swain.
All right.
Yeah, Swain coming out for Shu.
Yeah,
we've seen success all throughout the league with Swain.
So Swain is really good in the melee matchups, which is why it's really good against Talon. But Talon can absolutely win this 1v1 before, like within 3 levels. Talon can absolutely destroy this Swain. So I'm really excited. I think that's going to be a fun matchup to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to see Calvi bring the aggression here to the mid lane and try to get that level 3 kill.
Yeah, I think I was like considering the other day of like, oh, who are the mid laners left who are really ever going to challenge Shu? Like, who's not going to give him a free lane? I think one of the name that's highest on my list is Haymi Calvi, simply because he's more aggressive and has really good mechanics. So like, he might not be the best mid laner in the league. Shu is clearly the best mid laner in the league, but he is a force to be reckoned with his how unpredictable his aggression can be.
Yeah, for sure. And again, it's a lot of mid laners in the league do have a kind of a style to them that's a bit safer and a bit more team fight oriented. And Calvi kind of stands out in a different way from the rest in that he does like to play these assassins and he likes to dive pretty deep and try to get that kill, try to make those plays. So that's what we want to see.
Yeah. I'm also curious how much, like, why the thing about Talon is that he's just gonna buy Mobies at level as soon as he can, and he's just gonna absolutely run across the map.
Well, right, that's how we've seen Talon deployed successfully in the past, is not just his ability to be aggressive in the mid lane, but also to affect the other lanes.
Right. So I guess my question is, if knowing that, why would you pick Swain into that matchup? Like, does he think he's just gonna destroy lane that hard where it just won't even matter? I mean, that probably is what it is.
It's possible. I mean, if his track record is anything to go by, that's a very possible outcome.
Did they take Ignite on the Swain?
It looks like they both have Ignite, but I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw a spellbook coming out from Swain.
Yeah, for sure.
Talon probably is going to be running Electrocute or something Talon-y, but probably not spellbook. I would be pretty surprised if that Swain did not have spellbook.
Yeah, I think it would be a very good pickup for them, for sure. Okay, well, all right, let's move on from the mid lane. I think I could talk about the mid lane all day, especially a matchup like this. This is not something we typically see in the Rekt League, so let's look at the bot lane. What do you... Zyra Jhin is all, like I mentioned, Ashe Bard is like a really strong matchup, but so is Zyra Jhin. They both do similar things. They both are kind of just like AD has this long range poke ability. The Zyra and the Bard can bring that like line shot CC ability. What are you thinking here?
Yeah, I mean, we know that Frostbeat is one of the strongest supports in the league. And when you put him on a champion like Bard, I think he has the potential to outplay a lot. But yeah, I mean, you look at the Jin Zyra, probably they don't have the heal sustain that Bard has, although you could say that that's a bit negligible. But the ability to lock someone down to set up for a gank on the side of Ocean is really powerful because you hit them with any of Zyra's spells, which is pretty easy to do, to at least hit them with something and line up with a Jin root, and that's a long time to get a Zac jump in there, or even a Swain.
Yeah, I mean both. It's actually kind of interesting. Both
I guess they
CC
both
chains.
do.
Yeah, both CC
Yeah.
chains are pretty nuts. Like the Zyra root, Jin root, and then the Zyra ult combined with the Jin ult. It's really hard to get away from. But on the other hand, the Ashe and the Bard, just the Bard ult in general, especially on Jin and Zyra who don't have dashes, like that's hard.
Yeah, I mean, you've got that really strong post 6 engage from the bot lane on Red Brambleback, but also strong disengage from the Zyra. I mean, you drop the Zyra ult, it's really hard to commit to that fight, so I think they're going to need to get a really good... they're either going to need to lock down Zyra with the Ashe ult, or they're going to need to try to keep her out of the fight with the Bard ult and dive onto Jin.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if they can successfully get a Bard ult onto the Zyra, even...
I mean, get a Bard ult onto somebody. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, they have the damage, they have the potential, especially if the jungler's there.
Yeah, I will say though that without Frostbeat picking up like the Vel'Koz or the Ziggs support or something, with him just being on Bard, and with Calvi being on Talon, I think someone in chat mentioned it. Yeah, Shadow of Old mentioned it, that they just don't have a ton of damage if these two tanks on Team Ocean get online. It's gonna be pretty hard to kill anybody.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good point. That's going to be a really tanky Scion, a really tanky Zac. Oh man, that Trundle would have been really great.
Yeah, the Trundle pick
I don't think they needed the Orin is really the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, I think they already had enough engage. They already picked Bard and Ashe. Why are you picking Orin? Like it's just too much engage. It's too much. Anyway, we're in game, guys, so we'll send it right in here.
Yep.
And looks like we're getting a pretty standard start from both teams. I think they're just gonna line up in the picket fence. Oh, actually, Ocean might be looking for something fishy. Nope.
No, just hanging out.
Going for the triple picket fence maneuver. Everyone in the same
While
location.
we've got this little lull at the level 1, I want to see in the chat some hashtags for hashtag Team Ocean or hashtag Red Brambleback. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win Game 1 of the round 2 of playoffs? Red Brambleback versus Ocean.
Yeah, and this is a best of 3, so you can have the epic comeback we saw from Team Scuttle last week.
Yep. The first game, winning the first game does not mean you'll win the series. In fact, if we're going to go by the stats of the playoffs so far, if you win the first game, you lose the series 100% of the time. So be careful about winning that first game.
Yeah. Yes.
Ignore the small sample pool.
Wait. Didn't Ocean just 2-0 last week too?
I thought it was 2-1.
No, it was definitely 2-0.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Awkward. Awkward. Yeah, because we're the APIs from that game, the third match. It's gotta be.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
well then, be Ocean. That's how you win.
Yeah, be Ocean. Be Team Ocean.
Yeah.
That's how you win.
Be Team Ocean. I think that's actually how you statistically win.
Yep. Ooh, both mid laners throwing out some really nice jukes here. That's actually a pretty sweet matchup. Neither of them got hit from 2 spell rotations. Neither of them got hit by the backtrack of either of their abilities.
Yep, they got some fancy feet. Interesting, honestly, starting with the E on Swain.
Yeah, not sure I agree with that. I think the Q would have been much more punishing.
Yeah, I don't know if he expected a fight at level 1 or what was going on here, but I guess he's got it now. It's fine.
Yeah.
Both mid laners, I think, respecting each other so much that they're both missing some CS here. A lot of damage coming out from both of them.
Oof. Frostbeat hits the stun. I don't know how that hit. Man, this is just fighting in all the lanes. These guys are just going from 1 to 100 real quick. 0 to 100.
Yeah, I'm curious. Shu's got that minion dematerializer in the mid lane.
Yep.
Which is help him push. Maybe his plan is to just keep Talon pushed in so he can't roam as easily.
Right. Sejuani's looking for the Zac, but the Zac is just so low.
She's kind of hanging out near the mid lane, but I don't think anything's gonna happen here.
Oh!
Oh, she gets the dash. She's gonna get the stun in a second, but I don't know if they have the damage.
Ooh, they get the flash though. That's actually really huge.
Yeah. Really well. Calvi didn't even burn his ignite, so that's a great trade for.
Yeah,
Team
I think his
Brambleback.
talent is now just gonna destroy this lane. That is so big for him.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure, and Shu's chugging his last potion. He doesn't have anything left.
Yeah, it's a good point as well. Oh,
Let's
Pickle
see if
Popper
Cup
misses
coming
his dash. Oh man, that is not the. I don't have a good like Pickle Popper pun, but man, that was gross. That's not what you want to see.
Sometimes you don't need puns. You just
Yeah,
gotta tell it how
so
it
Shu
is.
did take the spellbook, and he switches his ignite for TP after he got forced out of lane from that gank, and he's just gonna TP right back and get back into it.
Yep. Didn't even come back to lane with full health. Actually, he really wanted to get back quick.
Flash in the top lane, but I think this is still gonna be first blood.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Well done. Nice pressure from Enraged Ovary there. And that's gonna set that. Well, I guess Enraged Ovary got the kill there, but it's still gonna set Radicy up to be hopefully ready to catch up. That's a pretty big CS discrepancy right now.
Yeah, it is. Oh man, Amy Calvi's in trouble, but she's out of mana already. He went back and bought a ruby crystal instead of. I mean, I guess you have to if you don't have flash. You kind of have to go with the health so you don't die to the all in with the ignite.
Yeah, and also I mean he might just be more concerned about getting that mid lane or that catalyst.
Ooh, the
or...
gank bot lane. There's no heal, no ignite for Team Ocean here, but they both have flash. Zyra Flash is down. They're focusing two different targets.
Yeah, they split the pressure.
They're gonna
there.
get the
Frosty
stun
gets
though.
real low.
This is a kill. Oh!
Oh, the plant takes down Impulse.
But this should be 2 for Arrow. Does he have his W up? Nope, 2 seconds.
Oh no, but Enraged Ovary
can get
there
it.
with the gank. Oh no, disaster strikes for Team Red Brambleback.
Really good
Oh,
counter
they get
gank.
one-
Good counter gank
Yeah.
from Enraged Ovary.
He got one kill out of it.
Arrows.
But, yeah,
Arrow's W actually came up there. He had probably 100 health and he could have killed Zyra with it if he had seen it. It's unfortunate.
yeah. I mean, I think the split pressure there. Maybe they got a little greedy, thinking they could take both of them. I think maybe Frostbeat thought that Arrow and Impulse had enough damage to take down Jhin on their own, but
Yeah.
split pressure ended up costing them that pressure.
Yeah, that was definitely a miscommunication. They should have just gone right onto the Jhin, who was way out of position, and he would have been very dead. I think that was a pretty big mistake, unfortunately. Also, the serrated Zerg coming up from Amy Calvi.
Yeah, he's pretty dangerous right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be really curious to see how that goes.
Yeah, Shu's gonna go the early back, probably pick up the catalyst so he doesn't just get destroyed. Yeah, there it is. Good choice by him. Hopefully we see Calvi's roam game coming online, especially with Shu's flash coming up. He didn't really punish that hard enough.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, the jungle pressure didn't really continue after that original flash, which is great when you blow the mid laner's flash, but it's even better when you can come back for it and punish for that.
Speaking of the roam, we have Calvi looking down the river. He just went to pick up the plant, actually. The health plant.
Yeah, I think he's just looking. Not much to do right now with that bot lane pushed in.
God, he's gotten some really good dashes on these Swain snares. I hate that ability. That ability is so annoying to dodge. But he's been
Yeah, and
really
he's also
good.
doing a great job being up in CS as a melee into Swain. I mean, that's really impressive.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't dodge that one though. Now he's gonna get a bunch of damage. The funny part is when the Swain pulls him towards him, it generally just lets him get the third auto to get the bleed off.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be careful, and sometimes it can be really hard not to pull them in because that's how you auto attack. So you
Yeah.
can kind of instinctively just click on them or try to auto them for damage and end up actually pulling
Ooh, Zach's
someone you
here.
don't want to pull closer.
Oh man, that actually hit him. That's unlucky.
Oh, but he might get away here.
Yeah, he has the no magic mantle. He should be.
Oh,
but
but
he
nice
gets
snare. Yeah, beautiful snare from Shu there. And
way
I think
to
somebody-
hold all his abilities. And yeah,
Yeah,
Rage
they-
Overy flashed.
But now at the bottom lane.
Yeah, this was a huge gank from the bot lane. This should be a double easy. Nice, really well set up there. The Bard portal into the Sejuani in your face with no flashes.
Yeah, really well done. Fights going on all across the board there. Except the top lane where Farm is now swung back in the direction of Ratty Z, where it's maybe going to be even after this wave if Pickle Popper can keep it up.
I'm concerned why Calvi didn't flash that snare. He would have made it out. He could have just any direction. He could have flashed left, right, up, down, sideways. Just don't get hit by that snare, and he could have lived.
Yeah, it may have been a bit greedy to hold on to it there, especially when he's already winning so much. I mean,
Yeah.
you might as well don't give him a chance to come back.
And if you're timing flashes, which I think you kind of need to at this level in the Rekt League, but if you're timing the flashes, you know Shu's flash is up. So holding yours doesn't give you the flash advantage, you know? Like, maybe he's thinking, oh, well, Shu doesn't have flash from that level 1, I can just, like, flash on him and kill him when I get my ult back up, but, like, his flash is already up, so...
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a misplay, but also really well played by Shu just to even hit that, because it was pretty far range, so maybe he just thought it wasn't going to hit him.
Yeah, notice how he held it until it was clear the path that Calvi was taking. It was clear that he was running through his own turret, or through that, like, gap in the turret, and then he just hit it for free, pretty much, because he didn't have to aim it. Calvi was like, here, this is where I'm going, this is where you throw it, there's nowhere else for me to go.
Yep, that's well done. Looks like Enraged Over he's spotted out by the Scuttle Crab as he makes his way into the red buff jungle. Oh, he's channeling for a gank here.
He's looking for the gank from the... Ooh, snare hits, but
Calvi saw him.
Yeah, so...
Oh, and
but
three
he should
people in the mid
flash
lane.
that... Ooh, ouch.
Oh.
Deleted. I don't think his flash
Yeah.
would have worked, actually. I don't think he would have gotten
Yeah.
over the wall in time. He could have
Yeah, I don't think
flashed...
he was close enough.
He could have flashed to the wall and then jumped over it if his jump was up, but...
It may have gotten interrupted though by the Cyanol. He was in a rough spot there. I'm surprised he didn't play back further, having spotted out Enraged Over on that ward.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
someone even pinged it out.
Good point.
Yeah, I'm just surprised. Maybe he didn't expect him.
That's-
Maybe he thought he was going to Dragon or something.
Yeah, it's probably why he played up river, like why he played walking that way, because he was like, oh, I'm getting gagged from Wraiths. If I walk back to
Yep.
my tower, I'll get knocked out. Ooh.
Oh, Impulse doesn't quite get the steal. Fight going down, but
Oh, man. Oh!
Pickle Popper misses
Pickle
the
Popper,
ult.
are you kidding me? That
Pickle Popper having a
was,
rough start to this series.
that was not what you wanted to see. And Sion picking up a triple kill here.
Oh man, that's rough. Frostbeat had a nice ult there to delay the dragon, but they kind of pulled the teleport a little late. I mean, the teleport still wasn't done by the time the fight happened and the dragon was taken.
Man, this Ornn pick just has been a huge bust for me. I think their
Yeah.
draft was sick right up until this pick. I don't think this is...
I agree. They had the engage. They just needed the front line and tank shred. I mean, they got the front line, I guess, but
First tower going to go down for Team Ocean. It's going to be a nice 600 gold divided evenly amongst those who stay, which was Jin and Zach.
yep. So that is a pretty solid 3k gold lead actually in favor of Ocean right now. That's a lot at this point in the game, at 11 minutes in. Or yeah, just about 3k. Calvi taking a bit of damage at the mid lane, but nothing too bad.
Yeah, just getting poked out a little bit.
Yeah, he's got his refillable, so maybe he's not too worried.
At this point, this game is just so severely in Team Ocean's favor. I don't know what you need to do if you're Team Brambleback here.
Yeah, this is
the
a
whole
really
game.
tough spot.
The whole game is resting on Arrow's ability to play the character, and it's like his main champion since like week 1. So hopefully he's really comfortable on it, because they're gonna need that.
Yeah, and Frostbeat trying to make mid lane happen, pulling Shu's flash really early. Oh, dropping an ult that maybe doesn't have the intended effect. They're going a little deep here.
This is-
Calvi steps forward, takes a turret shot, but he's okay.
Yeah.
Scion ult
I
though.
don't know if he's okay.
Oh, big Scion ult onto Frostbeat. Frostbeat's probably gonna go down.
Or an ult coming in. Is he gonna miss this one? He doesn't.
That's a successful ult, but Calvi's still in a really rough place with low health.
Look at
He's
that.
just trying to get some damage out
Oh.
before he goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah, he returned some good damage there, but just, I mean, there's not enough to clean it up.
Is the Ash W gonna get this? No. Oh, he goes to the arrow. Hits the Zyra.
I'm not sure he would have even had to kill, honestly.
Yeah. If the arrow and the W had hit, probably, but
Yeah, maybe both. Yeah, I mean, Frostbeat doing what he does and trying to make stuff happen in mid lane.
it just seemed like a huge miscommunication. Like, Calvi walked up and just stopped while Impulse was running from the side. I don't know. This just feels like a mess of a game from Team Brambleback.
Yeah, it felt like maybe Calvi wasn't maybe wasn't even aware that Impulse was coming in, or they were just on different pages about whether it was a fight they wanted. But yeah, this is gonna come down to, I mean, however behind they get, Team Brambleback has got the engage, and they've got the CC, so they're in a position to capitalize on Ocean's mistakes, but Ocean's got to make mistakes first. Oh, beautiful pull by Enraged Ovary on Arrow there, forcing the flash out.
So far, they're not making mistakes, although Arrow should definitely base here. This is not a tower you stick around for.
Yeah, this tower is already gone.
Oh, maybe not. They're gonna go. They're gonna go for the Rift Scout Herald instead.
Yep. Meanwhile, Calvi's pushing bottom, maybe trying to return some gold by getting that tower, but we'll see if it ends up being worth it. Because Randy Z's actually gonna walk down there and match him. Oh, actually, Ocean pulls back. That could be. That's some good split pressure from Calvi then. Ocean's not gonna get anything in return for that. Although I don't know if the turret's gonna go down quite. No, not quite.
Ooh, an engage from Rich over in the mid lane. This should be a very in trouble Arrow, and indeed it is. I don't think there's anything you can do to
delays
save
things.
that. Bardal takes his portal, walks around the Wraith Wall, takes his portal again. That was phenomenal.
Yeah, and again, you've got this problem right now where 3 members of Team Brambleback are alive, but nobody's really doing the damage.
Yeah, no damage.
Except Frostbeat's Ignite. Frostbeat's Ignite will do some damage.
Yep. Oh,
Nice
this is
double root.
Oh, that was gorgeous from Shu-GG.
Yeah.
That was sweet. Shu, I suppose.
Yep, he kept that Swain ult going long enough, brought down the person in front, and then killed the back line with that ult.
Yeah, I really just I can't respect the last pick Ornn here. I don't think it did anything for this comp. If they had gone Trundle, I think this entire game would have been pretty different. I mean, maybe not the entire game. There were definitely like a lot of misplays coming across from Bramble. That honestly are just a communication thing. It's not even a draft thing.
Yeah, I mean, we know that there were some problems with the draft that we didn't like that much, but again, the play hasn't been spectacular either.
Yep. No, definitely not.
They kind of started out. Calvi had a nice start in the mid lane, but honestly, all of that's kind of been mostly negated by just the really good team play from.
Right. I mean, Calvi had the best start against Shu-GG that anyone in the playoffs has had. I might not be saying too much, but it is the most deficit Shu-GG has faced in the playoffs so far, and it just didn't amount to anything.
Yep. So now, Team Brambleback is going to be fighting against what is about to be it's a 5,500 gold lead. So that gold gap is growing.
Yeah. 2,000 gold lead in both the top and the mid lane there.
Yeah, and Ornn finally finishes an item, but he's not really going to be able to match this Scion right now. 5-1 Scion. Looks like they're just going to group up. But Randy's got his teleport, so this won't. They're not exactly going to take advantage of the numbers here. But Calvi might pick up bot lane, so that's actually a nice little trade. I guess when you're behind like this, that's what you got to do. You got to make trades.
Yeah.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
So they're trading the bottom for top turret here.
Yeah, this one just doesn't have any health either. It's just. What is he?
Yeah, and he gets caught out here, and I mean he's not tanky enough to survive that. Yeah,
he has
down.
only armor, and he just got caught by Zyra, Zac, and Swain. Like.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're gonna build armor, you've got to be the guy to match Scion, because that armor is really not gonna help you much against anyone else. Yeah, now Ready Z with free reign to smash that top lane.
Frostbeat
While,
making a nice little play there.
Yeah. I didn't see what that Scion ult was. Was he just getting out?
Yeah, I believe so. I didn't see it either actually.
Okay. Well, I think looks like Ocean's just gonna pick up that dragon for free, pretty uncontested. While Red Brambleback kind of just takes their lanes and tries to figure out what the hell to do.
Yeah, how to come back in a game where you couldn't fall behind. Like, just out of their draft, if they fell behind in this game, they were going to have a hard time.
Yeah, they don't have anyone who's gonna like scale hard enough to keep them optimistic about what the future holds for them in this game. Looks like Pickle Popper's sitting off the edge there, maybe looking for an engaged, but they don't really have the vision to know what's going on up there.
Yeah, and the vision around that Pickle Popper is so complete by
Yeah.
Team Ocean. Team Ocean knows exactly what this guy's trying to do.
Yep. Yeah, you know, we haven't seen it too much, but just like the pressure that Zyra can apply to engages and she gets in your head whenever you're making an engage, just knowing that Zyra ult could come down and maybe cut off half the team. I think that Zyra pick was really good into this red Brambleback team comp.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if somehow their draft wasn't telegraphed of, hey, we have 4 engaged champions and an assassin, like, I don't know. Yeah, Zyra seems like the only thing better might have been like Janna, you know?
Yeah, but even then, I mean, like right now, seeing damage come out of your support is pretty popular. So Zyra is almost like that version of Janna.
Of Janna, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Brambleback's gonna get vision.
So
but...
the only way that they can come back into this game.
Oh, Pickle Popper misses another ult.
Are you kidding?
I'm wondering if maybe Ornn hasn't been played for a while.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
they're gonna catch Arrow out here. That Sign ult's coming.
But ooh, good flash from Arrow. Directs him into the wall and then flashes over it. He's gonna get out. That was really well played.
Yeah, well played Arrow to get out of there, but still big advantage going over to Ocean.
Yeah, flash on Ashe is kind of the biggest thing. You have to have it. If you're gonna teamfight on Ashe and you don't have flash, like it's gonna go so poorly.
Bartle only goes down to Enrage Overy. Oh, but Impulse gets a really nice ult onto Phoenix. Phoenix goes down. Damage coming down to the Shu here, but Shu's healing up. Flashes onto Arrow, brings Arrow down.
Arrow's on the wrong side of this.
Yeah, Arrow needed to stay behind his front line there. And Calvi is indeed.
Yep. Yeah, so that just shows the mispositioning of the Ashe being in river. The only way to get to that fight was to walk up like that.
Yeah, and maybe some of that is, you know, we knew that Ashe was in the river, and maybe as great as a catch and engage it was, maybe it needed to not happen while Arrow was still in river trying to get back.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, it can be really difficult to get baited by that opportunity where you can make a really good catch with like a Sejuani ult like that onto Phoenix, but if you don't have the follow-up, it's not actually a good catch, even if it looks like it is.
Right.
We're looking at, what, about 7,000. Yeah, gold lead still slowly but surely staying in Ocean's advantage.
So at this point, when you get behind with an engage comp like that, it instantly becomes less of an engage comp and more of a pick comp. Like, their goal shifts to, like, hey, we just have to, like, get the pick on someone.
Yeah.
Hope it's
and that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, that this comp, in a way, keeps them in the game. I mean, they always have the utility and the tools to make something crazy happen, but actually executing on that and having the vision to execute on that and the coordination, that's a whole different story.
Yep. It's definitely a test of like team communication and I guess player knowledge about how the team fight is going to play out.
Yeah.
Let's see. How are these wards looking? There's actually not that many pink wards around this Baron. None. There are no pink wards around this Baron.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. You would expect to see some total domination from Ocean here in the Vision game, but
they have 3 in their inventory. They can move them all, so maybe they're just waiting for that.
They actually really low Vision score in general on Ocean. Frostbeat is just killing it right now in Vision score.
Right.
Keeping his team knowledgeable.
And yet,
and then even the jungler and mid laner have decent Vision score.
Yeah, and yet somehow when I look at the map, I just see all these red wards. This actually, you know what? No, I take that back. Blue is better vision right now.
Yeah, and
Bramble is
Brambleback's
better vision.
they're clearing some vision right now. So.
Yeah, they're doing what they can.
Yep, which is what they need to do. I mean, like vision, fighting for vision can obviously be difficult when you're behind, but if you can get vision advantage, that's how you make the pick comp. The now pick comp, that's how you make it work.
Yeah.
And them sitting in this pixel bush, that's what they're trying to make happen. Or not, they're leaving.
I'm shocked. I'm totally shocked that they're not going for this engage. They have all of this engage. They just saw Swain bot lane. They see Ornn top lane. Zach clears a pink ward and they let it go.
Yeah, I don't know why.
What is that?
they knew that they had vision of that pixel brush. I'm surprised they didn't commit to that. Say we're just gonna dump everything on whoever comes for this ward and then get out.
Just fucking get a kill, get out, rinse and repeat. Yep. Just do it over and over until you're back in the game. Ooh.
Yeah, just crawl your way back up.
This is not good. Oh. Zach, they're in that. Ooh.
Yeah, I think Enraged Over he was pretty close to being able to engage there.
Yeah. Not a dude, it's a Sickly and Gulen we're casting.
Looks like Brambleback was thinking about pushing mid lane, but probably pulls out with, I think that's the right move. Ocean was coming up behind him. And now Ocean is going to start up this
has
Baron.
a hard turn onto the Baron. Just got to make sure they don't hit the ward.
Yep.
Should go down pretty quick, I think.
Although, they got the Ashe vision, so they know it's happening.
Yep. The Bard ult comes down. The Ornn ult comes down. The Ornn ult misses entirely.
Yeah.
The Shu is in a terrible place, though. Arrow should just...
Yeah, they need to commit to killing Shu right now.
Arrow just...
but Arrow flashes out.
Yeah, oh, he just needed to arrow. I guess he already did arrow at some point.
Calvi's at full health though. He gets locked up, gets some damage.
They're gonna get the kill down onto the Shu. The Talon passive, getting him so low. They got him finally. Arrow goes down.
Jungler battle.
What a mess. What a mess.
Who's gonna win?
Oh!
Oh, jungler battle. So close, but
Raged
Sod
Over.
comes to the rescue.
Raged Over. He comes out with the Baron buff and comes out with his life.
Oh man, I wanted to see more confidence from Arrow and from Brambleback there to commit to killing that Swain, who was way out of position.
Yeah, that Swain should have died really fast.
I mean, that was the flashing out of that was the opposite of what needed to happen.
Yeah.
They had, I mean, yeah, Shu should have been dead there. They had him dead, but they were too scared, I guess. Maybe that's
I think, and
the reputation.
It was like an interesting thing where I imagine she was saying turn, and Enraged Over was saying finish the Baron, while Talon was destroying the backline. I mean, Talon did his job really well though. That was pretty sweet, but
yeah, he came in kind of towards the end of the fight there like he needed to, but I think he got caught up by CC from somebody, which was just enough to kind of keep it going and lock him down.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're playing Ashe in this team comp, I mean, you just have to accept the fact Sion and Zach aren't dying. You're not killing these two. It's just not gonna happen. You gotta, like, I know, like, so when a target like Swain or Jhin or Zyra just gets in front of you like that, just do as much damage as you can. Like,
yeah, and it really was like a panic flash. At least from what we'd have to watch it again, but it didn't even look like he flashed any particular ability.
Yeah, he didn't flash
in
CC or anything. He just flashed away at a point in that fight.
Yeah, which I think it was just. I mean, maybe it's just in their head. Maybe they're just used to Shu being so terrifying that they just nobody wants to be near him. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Calvi hanging up on the back line. I wonder if he could make a... I mean, yeah, they're going to maybe try to make this catch on the Phoenix. Good Ornn ult. Yeah, there it is, the catch on the Phoenix.
Is down. Talon goes down right with him. The Swain ult comes out. This is going to be huge. Ashe gets pulled in.
Oh, yeah.
Deleted!
Again, too far forward, or maybe just left out there. By
yeah, it was actually the Never move went through the tank and hit the Ashe and then pulled the Ashe right back in.
See. That might be game.
Yeah, very well could be. Was that a quadra kill? I'm sorry, if that was a quadra kill, that's pretty hype.
Yeah, I think he had 6 kills before.
Hell yeah. Nice shit, Shu.
Yeah, good job.
Give him that nice quadra. And,
it looks like Team Ocean is just gonna bring down these towers and secure themselves game 1. unless Calvi's gonna get a pentakill here.
Blue team's turret
And
has
they're
been
not even coming off the fountain. They're done with this game.
He's dancing. He's doing a little bit of dancing, but that Nexus is pretty dead. In just a
Nexus
moment.
goes
Okay, there we
down. And we're on to game 2. T-Motion takes the first game in the series, and we will be back. Let's give it like 7 minutes. We'll be back.
We're dreaming on and on, we're dreaming on and on. We got the windows down, we got the windows down. I'm chasing all of the colors in my head. I wanna be alive. I'm living high. I'm living high. We're dreaming on and on, we're dreaming on and on. The stars are all around, the stars are all around. I'm chasing all of the colors in my head. I wanna be alive. I'm living high. I'm living high.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We're back with game 2 of Team Brambleback versus Team Ocean Drake. I am again joined by Gulen.
What's up, guys? Ready for game 2?
We're looking ready. That's what I'm thinking. All right, so let's discuss. What really went wrong, would you say, for Team Brambleback in that game?
Well, if you missed the first game, then you missed the several times where we were talking about that Ornn pick and how we really didn't like how it kind of like overkilled Red Brambleback's engage comp there and left them lacking a lot of damage. So just straight from the draft, we'd like to see their comp be a bit more balanced and to think a bit more, I guess, about like what the other team is picking. And when they've got a big tank line like that, maybe Trundle's a good pick. It's open.
Yep, especially when you're running a low damage mid laner. Definitely a good move.
Yeah, but then even from the microplay in general, I mean, Greg was Pickle Popper had a good lead to start off.
Both their solo
which
laners.
is what they need to do. Yeah, in fact, both solo lanes started off really strong, but I guess it was just when the team started to clash, there was just a lot of miscommunication in how the ganks were executed. I think like the mid lane turned when they had that semi dive onto Shu, but not totally committed, and everyone wasn't really on the same page, and that kind of just snowballed Shu back into dominating the game.
I mean, I really think that's like half of what it was. Like, other than the draft, which I don't necessarily agree with, they just need to have better communication. Their gank bot lane could have been an easy double, and instead it was what, 1 for 1, 1 for 2. Yeah, 1 for 2. It wasn't even a positive trade for them.
I mean, you have to play those situations by ear. It's not you can't say a general rule. Oh, definitely make sure you only focus one person. I mean, sometimes maybe the two people is right, but just make sure you're on the same page.
Yep.
It doesn't matter which page it is.
We're hopping into champ select here. Sorry to cut you off.
I'll go for it.
We see the Darius ban coming out from Team Ocean Drake.
Yep, still scared of that Darius, rightfully so.
Yep. Swain ban.
All right, they didn't like that Swain. They don't want to see it again. Yeah. I mean, it was definitely. It felt like they very specifically picked that into Talon. So I don't know if that means they want to pick Talon again, or I don't know. I mean, Talon also did fine in that matchup, so maybe they want to try something else.
Yeah, I really don't. Especially with that early help that the Talon had, it was a really much easier lane than I thought. Calvi did a really good job dodging those snares to assist that.
Yeah, I don't know if Swain was necessarily the problem. I mean, he did really well, but it was. I don't think the champion was necessarily the problem there. But they're scared of it anyway. Vlad can definitely be a problem, so that's going to be banned away.
So I was it must have been 3 weeks ago now. I was talking to Enraged Overy. He was talking to me about how Shu just really likes it when people bans his champions. He gets really excited by it. So I'm gonna make a really bold prediction. Oh, and and that he wanted to have 5 champions banned against him and then still shit on the game.
Which he did last week.
Did he have all 5?
I think he did have 5, didn't he? I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
I think he had a 5 ban.
Yeah. So okay. Well, then that's gonna defeat the rest of what I'm about to say. But so I wonder if we'll see him purposefully pick. Yeah, I wonder if we'll see him purposely pick in the last round just so that there's 2 more champs getting banned down, and then maybe he'll go back to the Galio. Wow, they're just gonna go straight to the brand with this.
All right, yeah, and that's taking it away. I mean, that's a champion that Cobalt loves, and also a champion that Frostbeat's good on. So
yep, and the Valkaz bans to not let Frostbeat get back into it. I think this draft might have been pretty well premeditated by Team Ocean. That looks like they kind of knew what they were doing with those bans. It's really a good sign for them.
Yeah, interesting.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
I wonder if we're gonna see Sejuani here. I wonder if they liked that.
That Ziggs, that's 100% a support Ziggs. I'm calling it.
Yeah, definitely.
No,
that's definitely a Frostbeat Ziggs.
Ooh, see, okay, so this is stupid. See, you do this.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Fuck! You do this when there's a tank line. You don't just pick this blind. Come on.
Hey, wait, don't just listen to don't listen to the end result of what we're saying. It's important what led to that. That Trundle was a very specific pick.
Okay, it's fine. If they keep going tanks, if they go this, I bet they're gonna go Sejuani Scion here, and it's gonna be fine.
They can also flex the Trundle, so who knows? Maybe not all is lost.
Yep. I mean, I like to see it early, just on the basis of like, let's take it away from Ratty Z. But leaving Sion up, you kind of already know that he's trending towards that champion, as he is now 6 wins, no losses on it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but the Alawi coming out. And again, they don't know if they're picking that into Trundle or not, and it's going to be up to Red Buff to decide if that's how they want to play it.
Yeah, I would be shocked. I don't think you
Yeah,
pick Trundle into that. I think you just send Trundle in the jungle and pick a different top laner. I don't really know what I'd want. I don't know what's good against Alawi, but
yeah, kind of a
and
pain.
gonna take the Xerath here. That's a really good move too. I wonder if we'll see ShuGG pick up an assassin. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know if we've.
No, we'll see
an assassin
if it's going Xerath. I bet we'll see Galio unless it's banned. That's my
That's
guess.
a good point. And they've got the opportunity to ban it now. Put
Yeah.
that fourth ban towards Shu.
But last game they banned what, Malzahar Gangplank, so like.
Yep. Both scary.
And it's not even like that's the end of the champion. Like he hasn't played Gangplank in the Rekt League.
Yeah, honestly, I think you could probably leave the Malzahar up. I think you probably could.
Yeah, I think that'd be fine. But like, yeah, I mean, I guess he still has Rise too in the back pocket, right? Like his champion pools are so deep. Like his Rise is disgusting. So
yeah, I mean, again, it's one of those things where like you might as well try to gain the advantage in the other lanes.
Yeah.
I think for me, I would ban Vlad and maybe Victor and keep it at that for the mid lane. I think everything else, it's like just try to win the other lanes with those bans.
Team Ocean, I believe, is trying to force Arrow back onto the Ashe. They're taking away the Xayah, and I imagine they'll take away the Misfortune that he loves as well next.
Yep. The Chin ban coming out. They didn't want to give him the 5. No 5 bans.
Yeah, so
sorry,
no 5
Shu.
bans. Sure, Shu. It's ruins. You lost it all. Could have had it all.
I was wondering. I was wondering if they were going to do that. If they were going to try to
honestly
take the Jhin away.
Honestly not a bad pick. It kind of leaves TL as on like a question mark of, oh, well, what the fuck do I pick now? Because his favorite champions that aren't Jhin is like Lucian, and that character is not so hot right now. So.
Yep. So banning away Zach, so they must be expecting that to be a
top Trundle.
Yeah.
Yeah, silly. Big mistake coming out from Ocean with that ban, but we'll see if it comes
maybe.
back
We'll
and
see.
bites him. If they send a Trundle top into Alawi, I don't know if I can believe in this world anymore. It'd be a terrible decision. But so notice how they didn't go with the Scion. So this Trundle pick is only going to be partially effective, because it's going to be a Trundle into a single tank as opposed to the double tank line.
Yeah, although who knows? Maybe it's if it could be pushing Ocean to not pick Galio, because that would make the Trundle more vote. So
yeah, although Shu doesn't build a smidgen of armor or magic resist on his Galio, so
yeah, he's the mage Galio. That's
goes
true.
full AP Galio.
Yeah, let's see. This is the exciting time where we get to see Shu's pick. It's gonna pull out against the Xerath.
Caitlyn for Phoenix is a good pick. I like that. Brand Caitlyn is also a good matchup.
Karthus coming out from ShuGG.
That one is kind of out of left field. I don't think anyone could have seen that. I feel like something spicy coming up. ShuGG in the chat.
I think this is either going to be the best. This is either going to be the best pick ever, or it will be the hubris of Shu bringing it to a 1-1. We will see.
Yep, we'll see. I like the Sion pick. I think that's fine into Alawi. It's not great, but Sion's just such a good champion. It doesn't matter. The Sion Trundle is also really terrifying because you can Alawi ult Sion and Trundle, and neither of them would die necessarily. So
yeah, necessarily. I mean, it's still it's a lot. It's 2 guys in melee range who are going to get slapped around by tentacles. So yeah, we'll see.
Yep. We'll see. So we have the Ziggs brand. I've actually heard that you can play Ziggs into brand because Ziggs just straight up outranges brand. And brand is so immobile. In the bot lane, I've heard Frostbeat saying that this is a good matchup, like not something to just be shrugged off. Because usually when you think of brand support, you're like, oh, that's the best mage support. But like in this case, I think there's a really good argument to say that Ziggs was an incredibly good pick here. So
Well, they seem to think so. They very purposefully picked Ziggs because I think that brand was first pick, right? So they knew they were picking Ziggs into brand.
Right. Yeah. Yep. For sure.
So they knew they were doing it. So hopefully, I mean, I imagine Frostbeat is feeling confident that that's a matchup that'll work. And then I don't know, maybe they put Arrow on Ezreal just to keep him safe, and now that they've got damage in other places. And it's just generally a good champion for kind of like spamming out your abilities and
Yeah.
not having to worry as much about that positioning aggression. Like you have a bit more leeway to just kind of do your thing and play like a mage.
So the funny part is that with the Trundle and Xerath instead of the Talon and the Sejuani, they already have so much extra damage. I almost wonder if Braum would have been better just to block the Brandalt.
Yeah, they've certainly gone completely the other direction now.
Right.
With not as much engage.
But it's all based on the Scion now. Instead of like it being all four of the members have like a sweet engage ult, now it's like pretty much all on the Scion. And that's way more balanced and kind of something we were talking about last game. So that's I think an improvement generally.
Yeah, and their ability to siege.
Yeah, the poke comp is pretty devastating, especially because there's only one super tank on Team Ocean. There's like a lot of targets that can get poked out from this Ezreal, Ziggs, and Xerath.
Mm-hmm.
And the only engage that they have to worry about is the Sejuani ultimate, so...
Yep, I want to see a sweet Ziggs bomb to knock Karthus out of the team when he's trying to zombie Karthus. That's what I want to see this game.
Wait, you...
I know,
before he dies.
Before he dies.
All right, yeah.
Like, yeah. Which means you can't kill him with it. You just got to get him really low with it and then have him die.
Yep.
But, if anyone can do it, Frostbeat can do it.
It's true.
Because, that's... I mean, again, we haven't seen the Karthus at all in the league, I think. Or even in League of Legends lately. So...
it's definitely a first-time Karthus for the Rekt League, but, like, also just the first-time Karthus for the entire season of League of Legends, maybe, right now. I don't know if anyone's ever seen that champion. Honestly, the last Karthus I saw was in the jungle, and it was probably 2 seasons ago. So
yeah, I mean, Karthus has now become almost like a niche pick, where when you see one, you get scared because you're like, oh no, anyone who's playing this champion now must actually really like this champion.
That's super true.
Yeah, but with Shu, he's also played everything else, so who knows? Maybe he's just doing this for fun.
Yep. He's just throwing the kitchen sink at him,
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You're right, Crandy Cakes. We did have a Karthus support from Team Gromp.
Oh,
forgot all about this.
True.
So this isn't the first Karthus in the Rekt League. This is the second.
Yep. In that very serious game where we had a Karthus support, I remember.
So serious. Oh, man. Shoutouts to Team Gromp if you're in the chat. You ruined the Shu GG first here.
Yep. Shutting them down from the grave. So already I'm seeing a problem from Red Buff, which is that everyone has a skin except for Trundle.
The no Trundles, the no skin Trundle.
The no skin Trundle. So, not the strongest start.
Yeah, not the unified 5 skin. They're the slightly less unified 4 skin.
Yep. And you can't have the 4 skin. 5 skin really is a lot better.
It sure is. It sure is. Almost everyone's loaded in. People are buying options items. So here we go. We're on to the Rift.
Game 2. Ocean versus Red Buff.
Yeah. Ocean versus Red Brambleback. Red Buff.
I like Red Buff's just easier to say, honestly.
Yeah, it is. Agreed.
Brambleback's it's a bit of a mouthful.
It also barely fits on our tags.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Looks like
nice
pretty
standard.
much the same.
Nice
the
standard,
same they did last time, pretty much. Yeah.
Standard start coming out for both teams. Raged Overy riding a bear.
Oh, the Bear Cavalry Sejuani. I love it. No emote spam, from what I can see.
No emote spam.
Popper's dancing.
I I really think that this entire game is just gonna kind of revolve around where these junglers affect the game. We saw it last game. Impulse had a really good effect into the mid lane early, and Enraged Over had a really good effect into the top lane early. So, and then Impulse had a really good effect in the bot lane. So, kind of surprising how the game went in the end when you think about the early jungle pressure.
Yeah, and I think both junglers like to go
Ooh.
mid around level 3.
Ooh, wait a minute.
Oh, Pickle Popper.
Ooh.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I love to see this. I love seeing Zion do this. So
Right. You can.
hopefully
You can do it.
die quick enough.
Yeah. I mean, it's just. It all depends about how much top CS he misses.
Yeah, oh man, Enraged is getting close. Oh, he's getting really close.
Executed.
Oh, this is not good.
Yeah.
He's gonna smite that away. Oh no!
Ooh.
Disaster strike.
Sick
Pickle Pop.
leash, baby. Wow.
Yep, Rage Over is gonna walk away. Say thanks for the leash.
Thanks for the leash.
Pickle Popper's gonna teleport back to top lane like nothing happened.
Oh man, yeah. So most junglers will just go straight onto the wolves, and we're really, really smart of Enraged Over to check the blue buff like that. That was awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if that's his typical pattern or if he actually was thinking about that.
Yeah, I
It might
mean,
have
so
been luck.
so the other thing is that Alawi's probably spamming, hey, Sion's not here, Sion's not here, Sion's not here. He's probably taking a blue, you know, like spamming it.
Yeah.
And now the top lane is completely crushed.
Yeah, Pickle Popper taking trades at level 1 too. Maybe not the greatest idea.
Yeah, what a yeah. Ooh, actually.
Calvi's flash gets blown in the mid lane.
Yep. That was a good gank from Enraged Over that I missed. Sorry, stream.
Yeah, but it is like we talked about. Look at both junglers kind of rotating around middle at that level 2 and 3. They
Yep.
both love going there. Which means somebody's, and in both games, somebody's flash has been blown. So.
Yep.
But this time,
Those two.
Calvi's flash got blown.
Wait, that. Ooh, in the top lane. Ooh, a flash coming out from Reddy's Z. Ooh, no chase from the Trundle. Interesting. He had red buff. I would have liked to have
Yeah.
seen him chase that.
Even if he couldn't get the kill, it would have been really great to see him give that lane pressure by
damage
getting
down.
Malawi low.
So, a comment I was wanted to make a second ago. This Caitlyn Q and the Ezreal Q in the skin are like identical. They're very similar. Okay, all right.
The particle effect?
Yeah, or maybe not identical, but definitely similar.
They're close.
Yeah.
Pickle Popper actually looking decently healthy now. Chugged all his potions, but
Yeah.
he might be able to get
doing
some pressure
Scion
back.
things.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like so far in this bot lane, the brand is actually doing a pretty decent job keeping the Ziggs at bay.
Yeah. Let's see what this Karthus is really all about. I don't know. I'm not sold by this pick so far, but Calvi's doing a good job farming.
Karthus can be hard to carry on.
It really. Ooh.
Close stun.
Yeah, very
Really
good
cool.
dodges from both teams right there. From both mid laners. It really depends. Like it just depends so much about will Calvi. Oh. Ooh.
Oh, nice gank in the mid lane. Orson shoots flash. Oh!
Oh, that was so sick! Oh, that was the longest range stun into Comet combo I've ever seen. And Calvi didn't have any mana, and he didn't have flash. So had that comet not killed that guy, he would have just walked right out. He wouldn't have died.
Really well played from Impulse to get that third hit too. That was a ton of damage that was able to set that kill up for Calvi, who hits the sick stun into the Comet. That was awesome.
And with the press the attack bonus, the Comet and the stun both did 12% more damage.
That was a kill won by Keystone.
Yep,
right there.
that was a Keystone kill. Brought to you by Keystone Kills.
Yeah, so that's a great start for red buff.
Yeah,
Red
absolutely. Really good first blood. I
Brambleback.
don't really have the stats on this. I don't know if we have stats on who got first blooded first, but I would wager a guess that may be the first time that Shu has gotten first blooded.
Yeah, that was really good pressure from jungle and really well played by Calvi.
Yeah. And in the top lane, Pickle Popper really doing a good job of forcing the Alawi out of lane. He is down a lot of CS, but that can kind of be expected from the level 1 start. He should...
Yeah.
maybe take this opportunity to back and heal up.
He's
It's
got
like-
two.
Yeah, he's got
two
two
seconds
charges.
of potion left.
Yeah, his
I think he's
TP.
just leaving.
Yeah, his TP will be up soon as well.
Yeah, Impulse. Staying high. Didn't Rage Overy. Maybe he's gonna hang out. I don't know if they know that pink ward's there.
Ooh.
Oh, and Rage Overy misses the knockup. Gets
The
the
wall
slow.
coming out, but here's Impulse, and nothing will come of it. Damage being traded by the mid laners.
Yep, they mostly come out of that even-ish. Slight advantage to Shu.
Ooh, okay, so Ratty Z hitting 6 here.
Yeah, Pickle Popper's not paying attention. I've seen him do this a couple times in this lane where he's not respecting the level disadvantage.
Yeah.
Maybe now he is. Oh, he's gonna take a lot of damage here though.
I just
Run
gotta
away.
walk away. Yeah. Oh.
No,
it's just-
don't dance, run!
Does he not understand the mechanic?
Yeah, he definitely. You need to get the heck out of there. You can't just like it's not over once it's on you. There's something you can do. You need to run.
Yeah, I mean, you either have to run or stay and make the Alawi not hit the thing.
Yeah.
But if you just sit there and let the whole thing get tapped, that makes no sense. That's just a game knowledge thing. I'm surprised he doesn't know that.
Yeah, either that or he's
Just
feeling
doesn't
really confident.
just doesn't care at all. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he just doesn't care. But
Yeah. Yeah, there's no advantage to staying in range of the Alawi grab.
yeah, no, definitely not. Really good CS coming out here in the mid lane from both teams, but Shu building himself up a decent little advantage there.
Yeah.
The putting down the popcorn.
Ratty Z has flash, but he also has ult, and you were right.
Good
that-
damage for the mid lane.
Oh,
Two ult hit.
the
down
solo
to-
kill
Oh.
for Amy Calvi! Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh,
Getting real low, flashing away.
no,
They
Pickle
already got the kill on the Pickle Popper.
Pickle Popper died to the last tentacle that spawned. I think he was just disrespecting the spawn tentacle and just didn't keep moving. Died to it.
Man. But anyway, the solo kill.
For Amy Calvi, that is sick.
Yeah.
That is so
That was great.
sick.
Making that Karthus book look real silly.
Yeah, this does not look good so far.
That was really well played too. The decision to, knowing he had enough damage there with his ult.
Oh, here
Ooh,
comes the
Pickle
Scion.
Popper.
This is really smart.
Oh, really weird direction with the Q there.
Yeah. Terrible
Yeah, given-
direction with the
given-
Q.
Yeah, giving him a lot of room to flash away there, but he burned the flash. So
He got the flash
I
anyway.
guess that's something.
Yep.
All right, Calvi's showing up. This is gonna be his game.
Yeah, Calvi Zareth is disgusting, and he's showing it exactly why that should be banned.
Yep. Because I think it was banned, right, in game one.
Game 1 it was, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's got to win this game and then think about what he's going to do without it. But one game at a time.
Yeah, I mean, they have first pick. Like, they have... It's weird how they were able to get such a better team comp from red side. That usually just
really
doesn't
gets
happen.
Stun again. Calvi really is great at weaving these stuns into his
And dodging,
rotation.
and dodging the Qs too. Just like dodging the Karthus Qs and landing the stuns.
Yeah.
Kind of making Shu GG look overrated, but we know that not to be the case just from history.
We saw last game, but it's definitely making him not look good.
Yeah, it's definitely not making him look good this game. Ooh, that's some damage coming down from the Ziggs.
Yeah, I think maybe now he's starting to step up and outdamage the brand with that range too.
Yeah, but the brand still has that like the repeat gank mid lane, but not in time for Shu not to have flash.
Yep, but they burn it.
Yep, they burn it again.
And that is an immobile mage. I mean, Zareth, if Zareth can get it low enough.
Uh-oh.
Oh. But Trundle's still there. Oh, he misses the stun though. That's not a good start.
Maybe Calvi has flash.
Oh, he
should
dodges the
use it. That was
Sejuani
sick.
ult.
But
Flashes out, but they've got a lot here. The pillar actually gets Kimiko stuck. Oh, that was not the pillar they needed, but they returned the kill.
Yeah. And now all of Team Brambleback is here. Are they going to be able to clean any more of this up?
Frostbeat and Pickle Pup are there. They just need to commit to one target.
They don't have the Scion ult, and now they have the Brand ult to deal with too.
They're a little deep here.
Yeah,
The Brand ult bounces once. I wonder if this Karthus ult's going to be able to take...
Oh, both of them, right?
Oh! Frostbeat. Heals up Ocean. That Karthus only has a catalyst, so not much damage.
Yeah, not much damage, exactly.
Wow. Yeah, a lot of low people on red Brambleback.
Man.
I don't know if they're going to get this mid turret.
Nah, I don't think they do. Maybe.
Yeah, no.
Oof. Yeah, so I saw that devolving, the second Radizy left lane, I saw that, him walking down, and Pickle Popper just not saying anything, didn't have ult. Or maybe he was saying something, but his team wasn't listening. He didn't have... Sorry. He didn't have ult to follow it either, so, like, really, that was just... There was no top lane pressure, and that was just a bad fight to take. But, you know, they did get one for it, right? They picked up Enraged Ovary.
Yeah, Calvi played that escape really well, backstepping to dodge the Sejuani ult and then flashing over the wall, forcing a lot of flashes and engages out of Ocean. I mean, this kind of sucks if it's true, but I think he might have been out if not for that Trundle pillar, the friendly Trundle pillar.
Yeah, it was close.
That was definitely, I mean, I think he was obviously trying to help him, but he just positioned it a little bit wrong.
Right.
Gank coming in the bottom lane. I don't think they see the Trundle. They're going on a Phoenix.
Yeah,
Cobalt
has no flash. He should go down here. Yep. And the Brand
with the
bops to Frostbeat, who lives it again.
He's on ward. He's on a ward. No Karthus ult.
Karthus ult is not quite up.
Good damage on the Karthus. Now they're gonna try to heal back.
A bad fight in the Tribush. This is not the fight. Get out of there.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh.
They're gonna go.
Oh! Arrow goes in! He's gonna get out though. I don't think the Karthus is gonna have wall. Oh, he does have wall, but he walks around it.
The wall.
That was sweet. Really well played from Arrow, but...
Arrow needs to run. Okay.
Alright. Karthus ult is up in a couple seconds. 29 seconds.
Yeah, although he still doesn't have that much AP, so Arrow might be okay. But he's gotta be really careful. Right. Especially Caitlyn ult right now, actually. They could just pick a target and they're dead.
Yeah.
I think the Caitlyn and Karthus ult might be enough to kill either.
Yeah.
Pickle Popper at the top lane just does not understand this Alawi.
Really bad showing today from Pickle Popper.
Yeah, you said it, not me, but yeah. Yeah, it's a bit strange to see that like lack of character knowledge coming out there. We are 14 minutes in the game with almost dead even gold. Pretty much even, so game looking a lot better.
Ooh, and here it is. Here's the Alawi coming down again.
Yep.
But
they leave with the Karthus ult. I don't think they know yet. They're trying to get damage onto Enraged Ovary.
They don't have Trundle ult. The Brand ult misses, or Brand stun misses.
Yeah. Oh, Calvi's still taking a lot of damage. The Caitlyn ult. Oh, the barrier, but the flash. Yep.
Okay, that's the third time that Radizy has just waltzed his ass down to mid lane without no pings. I don't know. He's playing Scion too, and he had ult that time. Like,
I mean, it's possible he's just being very vocal and not using pings, but I mean, even then, he's not really rotating, and he's also not really putting pressure on the top lane. So I don't know what
is going down.
You can't just say he's coming and do nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Seems just kind of like a big miscommunication, I guess, is really the only way to chalk it up.
Yep, so it looks like Ocean's going to give themselves start to swing the lead a little bit their way. 1k now.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I know you can like look at it all different sorts of ways, right? But I guess to me it's just looking really... Ooh, really good CC chain, but Karthus still has flash, so he should be able to get out, and he's also doesn't even need to use it.
Man. Yeah, Pickle Popper just taking a lot of damage there. Honestly, he doesn't have any magic resist. He kind of just got slowly melted there while Karthus walked away.
Ooh, Cobalt getting caught in the jungle by this Trundle. Dies.
Oh, okay. Well, nice kill.
Yeah.
getting himself a little bit of return gold for that exchange. Keeping it at just a 1k advantage in Ocean's favor. Amy Cal's gonna walk up to the top lane, try to get some of this farm, save the top turret, bit of damage. He's got a lot more deaths than he did last time I said this, but it's still his game, I think. He's still looking strong. Frostbeat doing a lot of damage in the bot lane to Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that Frostbeat gets his I guess mobility, gets his waltz on and gets out of that lane and maybe will just affect the rest of the map a little bit more. I don't know. It's so hard. It's so fuck, dude. I don't know. That might not even be the right answer.
Yeah, it's hard to. I mean, maybe they just need to focus on trying to get turret pressure. But against the Caitlyn, I mean, that's hard to do. Oh, nice dodge, Pickle Popper.
And now Ratty Z is walking right down to the mid lane. Will it be known?
Yeah. We did see a ping coming out.
Yep.
Progress is being made. Yeah, so Ocean's got good control over the Rift Herald right now, but it doesn't look like they're too interested in starting it just yet. I think they might be looking to rotate Cobalt up before thinking about that.
Wait, I just... unlucky.
We got big group here in the middle lane from both sides. 1-3-1 from both. Impulse is going to start clearing out some of those wards on the Rift Herald. Might as well. A bit of a lull, so if he denies that pink ward coverage, that's good. Although Rift Herald's going to scare him off. Rift Herald's going to protect that pink ward with her life. Still following him into the mid lane. Okay, there she goes. That actually might have showed them where Impulse was. That actually definitely mattered there. So Impulse is gonna have to run out. Maybe not.
Good stun dodge. Good stun dodge
He
from
was probably
Impulse.
dead. I think he was dead if he got hit by that.
Yeah.
He's not looking too tanky, judging by how much damage he just took there. Yeah, he's got the Tiamat. He's got Cinder Hulk, but
Yeah, I mean, without using your ult as Trundle, you actually are pretty squishy, especially when you go like aggressive masteries with press the attack, which again did help earlier, but.
Yep. Press the attack is I haven't seen it too much, but it definitely got that first kill. That was pretty sick.
Yep.
Pretty even CS across the board. Bit of actually a decent advantage to Shu. Just making that Karthus popcorn rain down.
Yeah, if there's one thing to say about Karthus, it's that his CS is pretty easy. Ooh.
Yeah,
that was a bad move by Ratty Z. Pickle Popper should have ulted. That would have been a kill. Still might be a kill. Oh,
yeah,
if he had done it sooner, it would have been free. But looks like it still will be. He's gonna have his W. He's gonna have his E. Yes.
Yeah, it's a kill.
I mean, good play.
Could have not used his flash, but you know, I'll take.
Really good play from Pickle Popper, except really more. But it was also just a bad play from Ratty Z. He Alawi W'd onto the Scion Q under the tower, so he took the full knockup from the Scion Q while taking tower damage. If Pickle Popper had just instantly ulted him right there,
he would have died under turret.
He would have died under tower. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So good taking advantage of the situation from Pickle Popper, but I would say not great execution. Still worked.
5 out of 7 there.
Yeah, 5 out of 7.
He's gonna back and Ratty Z is probably gonna definitely looking to put some heavy pressure onto this turret. I think he wants to take it down. He's done with this lane.
The Pickle Popper uses his TP, gets back up there, should be able to defend it.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, nice grab from Ratty Z. Hopefully he does not jump
into
at
the
him
tower
again.
again. Taking some
Dropping the ult.
damage. Yeah.
I guess let's get some good damage onto the ghost because Pickle Popper does not understand the mechanics, so that worked.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he even would have been able to run out in time on that one.
Yeah, that one was a bit tricky. I'll give him that. But he sure looked like he wasn't committing to one.
Right, yeah. Yeah, definitely didn't want to commit to fighting that one where he didn't have his ult. Actually, did he have his ult? Looks like he does. I don't know. I didn't see it a couple seconds ago. Ooh, in the mid lane. Shujiji forced a flash there. Really good flash. Dodging the Ziggs W.
Okay, well maybe... they got rotation.
Yep.
Yeah,
so
they got people rotating mid
Pickle
lane.
Popper here just taking it again.
Oh, and Rage Overy going really deep, putting the stun onto
This is not. That was not a good play from Team Ocean.
Oh, Zerathol coming down.
That
He
should
could kill
be-
Shu
yep.
if he hits another one. Yeah, beautiful.
Amy Calvi is an absolute god with these Zerathults. He's making a really. Oh, I was about to say he's making a really good play. Or I don't know, sell for why this is going to game 3, but Cobalt coming back with some huge damage right there.
Yeah, I think Frostbeat stepped forward just a little too far there. The ult plus the solo Q is able to finish him off.
Yeah.
I was actually going to say that she was ulting a bit too early, but I guess maybe people don't expect the damage to come out after the ult from Karthus.
So
because they usually do it last.
First tower goes down, solo gold goes over to the Alawi. It's the first tower of the game, meaning he does get the extra 650 in the pocket.
Yeah, that's great for him.
So he's gonna come back with a lot of gold. He's got 2 items already. The Bramble Vest for Pickle Popper is a very good pickup. I'm really glad to see him pick that up early against Alawi.
Oh man, watching these Calvi stuns, I mean, they always have the right trajectory, and sometimes they end just right in front of the person.
Yeah, I will not lie to you. When I watch Calvi Xerath, it's like he just turns on the scripts for like his skill shots are just unparalleled in the Rekt League in my opinion.
Yeah, it's really nuts.
I say that and then he misses too. Lag?
Yeah, it's the caster curse, you know. Impulse maybe needs to. Okay, yeah. It's in kind of a dangerous spot. I don't think they have the vision really to know what's going on back there. Ocean's got some good pink wards set up defensively around that area. We got 5v5 in the mid lane right now. Well, kind of. Impulse is nearby, but
Yep. Impulse.
I don't see Ocean going anywhere with this push. So this is going to be a bit of a break. Maybe give Calv a chance to back, and then go look for this Ocean Drake.
Yeah, for sure. Really good pink ward coming out from Team Brambleback. That's a really good location.
Nice poke damage on the Shu.
Yeah, Brambleback has a lot of good ward coverage right now.
Yeah.
They lost
they
the
didn't have
dragon.
they didn't have the vision on the dragon to really know how far that was.
Yeah.
Oh, but they're looking for something here, but that pillar again actually kind of made that difficult.
Yeah. But they have the rotation in the mid lane. Ocean's gonna force them out of this. Pickle Popper is just gonna sit there and take this whole thing.
Pickle Popper's going in this time.
Yeah,
but I don't know what he's going into.
Ratty Z not in the best of spots. Pickle Popper goes down.
I think that Red Buff just was pretty indecisive there. They never really committed to that fight, except for Pickle Popper, who committed really hard.
Yeah.
So...
And with Frostbeat bot lane, like I know he's just the support, but I feel like he's a lot of their damage right now too. And with him bot laning against the Karthus, it feels like the Karthus could just ult and influence the fight, and the Ziggs has to actually walk up lane to ult and influence the fight.
Yeah. Oh, good damage on a Phoenix.
Yeah, really good getting those autos in from Arrow.
No Zerathol though, so probably just gonna back. Shu's still pushing the bot lane. The split push Karthus.
He's gonna pretty much pick up this tower for free. Yeah, I think split push Karthus is good against this team. I think the only person that can stop him would be either the tanks, and even then it would be difficult.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Pickle Popper get shredded earlier, but he has picked up a Spectre's Cowl and Roar Tread since then, so he might be okay.
And another No Magic as well. on the top of
Yeah.
all that. So yeah, he has a bunch of
Yeah.
magic resist. I wonder if Impulse with his ult going and the red smite would just be able to straight up 1v1 slap him down, but if he does that, it leaves the Baron objective open. If that
Yeah.
fight is taking place in the bot lane.
Yeah, so good job pushing bot lane. He knows that no one really that important can come to match him safely, I guess.
Right, yeah.
And Baron is now up. No more Rift Herald. Well, I guess it's been like that for a while, but now they're getting around it.
Yep. Is it just the red side curse of bad vision score? Is that what it is?
Yeah, maybe it is, because you're right. The blue side vision score is looking great this game.
Yeah. It's just kind of silly.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting. Really, I mean, Frostbeat's still killing it, but
Right.
before Calvi and Impulse had really good vision scores.
Yeah, I
Point
think
out their
Calvi's vision score on his Talon is just actually gross. He just does such a good job using the Dust Blade. He buys pink wards, uses the sweeper to really just like negate a lot of wards. He does
It
a
is true. The Dusk Blade actually definitely measures into that.
Yeah. So I think in general he just plays vision better on that character. But he also doesn't necessarily need to play it better. Like he doesn't. It's not really his job as Xerath to be, going after these wards and trying to get to the back line around everyone.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Zerathol coming out. Oh, nice Impulse stepping in front of that Sejuani ult.
Shu come down. Ready Z's here with a 3-man, 2-man Alawi ult.
Yep.
Handy
Shu
Calvi
on
goes
the back line.
down.
She was
Arrow-
fine to just hang out there and take damage.
Yeah, Arrow not able to get any damage off with this Karthus.
No, Pickle Popper's still hanging out near that thing. He's
Oh!
a man.
Ah! Shu staying alive. Barely, but... Oh, yep, and that's not good. Oh, that damage is gross. Yeah, that Karthus damage is...
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of damage from. I think Cobalt's ult probably did a lot there. I mean, it was a lot of damage from pretty safe distances. But yeah, Shu was able to just stand in their back lane and not even take that much damage. It's not even like he went zombie Karthus. He actually just kind of walked at them and never died.
Yeah, the Arrow wasn't able to do the damage. He was too afraid of the Qs, and the only other person there was the Scion, who wasn't focusing him. He just kind of floated around in this null space of no pressure and was able to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, things are starting to swing back. Well, starting to swing in Ocean's favor again. Looking
Yeah.
a bit more like the first game.
It was, yeah. I mean, I think Bramble did a really good job of sticking into it up until that pretty much that last team fight. I think that last one kind of busted it open.
Yeah, I mean, we have to see some more decisive play from Team Brambleback here. So a lot of these fights have been this back and forth of not sure if you're committing or not, and against a team that can damage you from such far range that like Ocean has, you can't do that. you have to pick to go in or out.
Yeah, I mean they both have like a lot of that long range though, right? Like they have the Scion E too with the Xerath Q and the poke from Bramble's bot lane, so maybe they're just trying to say, hey, we can poke you out harder than you can poke us out. But so far it's not working.
It's true. It's true. But I guess the problem is when Pickle Popper goes in.
Right, and the ooh, good catch on Cobalt here maybe. Yeah.
But Frostbeat is also getting caught out here.
Oh yeah, on the other side of things.
He's going down. So maybe both supports. Ooh, if Cobalt even does go down, Pickle Popper's got to finish this. Yep. He's in a
Oh,
interesting
Arrow.
place right now.
Hold on.
Unstoppable.
What are you
Pickle
doing?
Popper is trying to back, but he's not gonna. The minions might stop him.
Yeah, that was awkward. Karthus is okay. Just on the
Okay,
back
he's-
line here.
Yep, he's just walking at him, doing Karthus things.
Yep, and gonna get the last kill too. Yeah, that was just a. They thought they had that catch on the support. Both teams actually, I guess, caught the support right there. And one team just executed better. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
think that's something that is really telling here, and it happened in the last fight too, where Enraged Overy has just been awesome about his engages. He's been waiting long enough and then able to get onto a carry. Like Pickle Popper will go in, and Enraged Overy will just wait long enough, and then we'll get that sweet ult onto the carry for a free kill. And I think
Yeah, I wonder if Scuttle needs to like play back with their Scion, because him
Bramble?
going deep is not doing them any favors. Yeah, sorry, Bramble needs to play back with their Scion.
Yeah, him going in has not done too much. I think his job should be to prevent the Karthus from getting into the back line. He should just stand there and be that front line. But if they do that, they don't have the engage. Oh, looks like Zach Crossbeat DC'd here.
Yeah, we're gonna have a quick little pause, hopefully. He's getting his ghost beat up. We'll see if
Yeah, he was just standing
Yeah.
there over on a ward, just not moving, so I imagine he must have DC'd. I imagine Ocean will let him go. I feel like Ocean has done that a couple times, at least playing against
Yeah.
at least playing against my team and not in the playoffs.
yeah, hopefully they let him walk away here, because he might be in some trouble. if
I
it makes sense.
wouldn't blame them if they did kill him, but yeah, I think it's the higher road, if you will, to let him go.
Yeah, and when you're up 8k gold, maybe you can afford to.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking at this game, it's kind of turning into the story of last game. It just took a little longer to get there,
Right.
which is just that. Yeah, there just seems to be such a lack of communication on the team of Red Brambleback.
It seems like it's just very convincing to me that Ocean is the better team, and it's not necessarily just that their laners are better. I don't even think they necessarily were.
I mean, we saw 2 kills from Kami Calv this game. They
Yeah.
were great.
Right, so Hemi Calvi went way up, and then ShuGG has since gone 8-1 and 8 after that. So it's not a lane thing, you know. It's just not a lane thing. From Brambleback, this is all team communication, team cohesion. They're just not playing as a team, and Ocean really is. And I think that's honestly going to be the story of the rest of the playoffs. My bold prediction is that Ocean sweeps the entire playoffs, simply based off the fact that they're able to team fight better than everyone else.
Yep, I mean, so far that's what we've seen, and I think that prediction isn't that out there.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think we saw some people talking about getting back in. Yeah, it looks like they're saying they're ready, so we're gonna get back into the game in just 5 seconds here.
Sweet, here we go, and we can find out what happens at the end of this game if it is over.
Oh no, they're gonna take down that 6 ghost. All right.
Yeah,
He's
but
just gonna run.
Ooh,
Arrow's gonna pop the heal. I don't know
yeah,
why, but a little bit of panic.
yeah, definitely a panic heal.
Yeah.
So one thing that a lot of people don't know about Alawi, when you get that tentacle to spawn on you, you can actually stand after you dodge its first attack. You can just stand right next to it and base, and another tentacle won't spawn because it's like a proximity between where the tentacles spawn. So you don't even have to kill the tentacles or anything. You can just sit next to it and just base, and it won't spawn another.
Yep.
So
I mean,
it's-
sometimes it can be useful to kill it anyway, just to deny her the tentacles. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
yeah, true.
You just need to back. You can just go for it.
Ooh, Frostbeat,
Oh,
not in the
yeah.
right neighborhood. Flashes.
Oh, he flashes. Actually,
Oh,
Karthus-
what? Is that
that was
damage?
a lot of Karthus damage. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Yeah, that
4
obliterates.
4 item Karthus. That is lovely.
Oh, that was way different than the last Karthus ult we saw.
Yep, that was a lot of damage. I don't think... So when the enemy Karthus starts doing that kind of shit, it just is so demoralizing. That just feels...
Yeah, because I mean, you can't dodge it. You know, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You don't want to start a team fight with at 50% health on everyone.
You don't... Yeah, and you don't want to end the team fight with everyone below 50% health. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, so at this point, what do you do? Like, even if you catch Shu, he's still gonna do a lot of from the grave damage. Ooh!
Oh, apparently you go on a Scion. Nice. They do have a lot of people low here.
Yeah,
They
this
kept
might
running
not
Z
be
out.
that bad. Where's the pillar? Do we see? Oh, he already used it.
Oh, a lot of brand damage.
Ooh,
Shu
but Shu
flashed his
flashing in. He's gonna
He's
go
too
down,
deep,
but
though.
he'll have the zombie Karthus. But I think everyone can walk away.
Yeah, that was pretty bold. I don't know if it was necessarily worth it to trade his life for the support kill, but
He wanted it.
especially when they're already ahead. But you know, he went for it. He wanted the kill.
Yep, there wasn't a lot else on the board. I feel like this was just like a base moment anyway. So now the timers for the support and the mid laner are just gonna tick down, and everyone will get back on the map.
Yep. But by that logic, I would say not worth.
Yes.
But then again, it was pretty cool. So you know, I guess it was.
Yeah, it's always nice to be able to say, but so and so flashes in. Like that's just as a caster, I can always appreciate that at the least.
Yeah, we appreciated that too. It was crazy. You have to wonder when. Oh, actually, well, Baron's coming up in. Wait, do I have a Baron timer? I don't have a Baron
We
timer.
don't have a Baron timer. Classic.
Okay. Well, Baron's coming up
Wait,
eventually.
I feel like when it's below 2 minutes, or a minute or something, it comes up in the top left. I don't, maybe, right?
Yeah. Well, let's see. The last Baron was at around 31 minutes, I think.
Yeah. So it's only been 4 minutes. So
Yeah,
there's 3 more minutes ish. Yeah, that sounds
because
right.
that Xerath wave clear is Xerath and Ziggs wave clear is pretty much what's keeping them alive.
In the
so I
game.
think Baron is gonna be really big.
It's just funny because all they have to do is like hit R on Karthus and take a tower for free. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, Karthus didn't turn out that well in lane, but it's working out now. Where in the place where Ocean shines anyway, which is out of lane in team fights.
Yep.
Running the map.
Yep, and it also, I mean, it really only helped that he got all this solo farm, right? He was just sitting in the sideline, hitting R when his team would engage. I wasn't necessarily doing that much, but he was getting so much gold at the same time from killing minions, killing towers, that it's really a net positive for them. This pick is turning out to be effective at post lane. It's turning to be very effective, and this is what happens when it gets behind. So if it ever got ahead, I don't even want to think about it.
It would just be doing this at 20 minutes.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe it's just a testament to the fact that Shu knows how to play Karthus, which is that you don't even need to win lane per se. You just need to farm, and eventually you'll kill everyone with your ultimate.
Yep. There is definitely a Karthus timer. As an AD carry main, I well aware of this Karthus timer, this mythological thing. And there's a point where he'll just like start doing 2/3 your health with his ult, and I don't
He's
even
trying
know
to
what
dual
do.
pickle popper here.
The whole team's coming up though.
Yeah.
The whole crew here. Pick popper is really tanky though.
Yeah, he's feasting on popcorn, but he's pretty tanky.
Yeah.
Impulse steps up
Impulse
a bit
is
too far.
not
I think
as
he might go
tanky.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what that ult's for. Oh my god. It actually gets Calvi kind of low. I guess it's just to get the pressure.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much all of them have the base, right? So this should just be a free tower. They can just walk up and take it, but they're rotating to a different lane. So,
Yeah, I think they could have just taken that, but
yeah.
well. They did the setup. They did exactly what you were talking about with that Karthus assault, giving him a free turret, and then they said, no, we don't want that turret.
Yeah.
We want Dragon.
I will say this is actually a thing that I've noticed about Team Ocean Drake since the beginning of their season, is they don't know how to close the game out. They don't know how to take like the calculated risks to close the game, whereas I think other teams definitely do more.
Yeah, but they are going to pick up that Elder, which is just going to make this Karthus more terrifying. In fact, I'm going to say Red Brambleback's probably very happy there were no Infernal Drakes this game.
Yeah, if there was
Frostbeat is...
like when in Scuttle versus, what was it, Scuttle versus Bramble maybe? Yeah, it was Scuttle versus Bramble when the Vladimir got triple Infernal and an Elder, and then just one shot Brambleback's AD carry. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
He one-shot him with the QE on the Vladimir, and then missed his ult on him, because he did so much damage.
Because he was already dead.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so really glad that there's no Infernal for this Karthus.
Yeah.
Because that, if you want to talk about just like raw effectiveness, Infernal on Karthus is definitely it.
Yep. This so things like this is where like the Aegis that was on PBE for a while would become really useful. I don't know if you remember what that was, but it's basically a zone you put down that just gives your team 40% damage reduction for a couple seconds.
Oh, yeah, that would be quite nice against Karthus here.
Quite nice, yeah. I think the Locket is also a good buy, and we don't see any yet. So I think I would have bumped. I think I would have gotten that second on Trundle and Scion, because I think having two would be great.
Yeah, Sion's starting to build it now, but it might be too little too late.
He also may be going for the banner.
Oh, nice ult onto Arrow, who gets the EOA. And Rage
Yep.
over, he is stepping forward a bit too far here, but...
Pulse. Oh, on the back line! Pickle Popper and
Shu gets taken down, but
yeah,
Arrow,
but here
this
we
is
go.
gonna be a
His,
triple
yeah.
kill. Oh.
Shut down.
What is that?
Oh, watch out, Frostbeat. Okay, yeah. Karthus goes down, but takes two people with him and puts a lot of pressure on the rest of the team to get them low. I don't know if they can do this Baron.
Yeah, Impulse is up. This is a terrible decision. Although it's
Yeah,
getting
Impulse
melted.
is up.
Melted from Elder, though, so...
Oh, yeah. I guess Frostbeat also did put the pressure on. I guess
Yeah.
the double Baron.
The double mountain with the Elder, yeah, that's just getting melted.
Yep,
Yeah.
And Impulse
He
wasn't
didn't,
really close enough for
he
that.
didn't even want to try it. I feel like if he had walked in... The thing about Trundle, right, is like you have one way to get in. You can flash over the wall or you can walk in. And if you just walk in, you're just going to get CC'd and killed.
Yeah. Yeah, not much he could have done there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little worried about this Trundle pick coming out. Like,
Blue team's turret has been
impulsively,
destroyed.
like you could say. And maybe reacting to hopefully not what we were saying, and maybe not understanding, but it's not doing that much this game, I feel.
It had a good early game. Like, the impact it had early was really good. But, yeah, with only the single tank, I mean, I think there were definitely a better picks. I would have rather seen Zach, I think.
Yeah, I would have just wanted to have seen someone who could frontline a bit more. As we've seen, Impulse is getting blown up.
Yeah,
so.
even when he ults, he's still getting melted, and that's no good. His Subjugate should be able to... I mean, maybe he's just not even ulting the tanks. I haven't really seen who he's been ulting. But if he's like... He should just ult Sejuani every time, and if that's not enough to make you invincible, then yeah, there's a problem.
If you ult Sejuani while she has her passive on, do you just become godlike?
Wow, that's a good... I feel like it breaks the passive, right? Because it's like an effect that hits you.
Well, but she still has the armor MMR, so like he should still get it. Oh, Karthus ult coming down, maybe
And
just to
Arrow
put the
is
pressure.
dead.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
all that was Caitlyn ult, Karthus ult. And that's
Yep, and Frostbeat and Calvert
Dead
already
Arrow.
low. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
so that's what I'm talking about. Like, I mean, you get one person low, so the Karthus ult actually kills someone, and then look at that, two free towers, one free tower, almost
With the
stop.
Caitlyn, you can actually just pick someone to kill him. So.
Yeah, especially a squishy if there's no front line to stand in front of him.
Blue team's turret
Yep.
has been destroyed.
Okay, so we do see the double Aegis coming down, and we also see the Scion is not going for the lock. He's going for the banner.
Interesting.
I mean, honestly, against Karthus, when Karthus was split pushing,
Well, hang on, we see Shu walking forward here. Maybe Calvi's gonna be able to get the stun. He misses the Q though.
Shut down.
That's a dead Karthus. Calvi also goes down. Poco Popper's just punching people in the back line, but he's down.
Red
Impulse
team's
trying his
turret
best to
has
clear out
been
these
destroyed.
minions. I mean, it's
triple inhib down, 43
Sejuani
minutes.
ult.
Impulse staying alive for now. Ocean could end, but I think we're gonna go regroup.
Oh man, those Baron minions though. Yeah, I guess they're playing it safe. Or maybe they're not. A lot of damage on the Impulse. That
Yeah.
Baron passive might bring him down.
Baron minions.
Oh, no, he gets the level up or the minion killer, I think. Impulse needs to just walk back.
Yeah, why are you not?
get your health back.
Go
Get
to
your
the
health
fountain,
back.
my dude. Go to the fountain.
That's scary.
Why are you?
Just get your health back. Alright, Arrow is gonna try to defend here with the help of Frostbeat.
And Raged Over got his Warmogs back up, so he just gets 1,000,000 health again.
Yeah, I guess Ocean's just opting to not let up the pressure here.
Yep. Good move. I mean, this is the right move, definitely.
Yeah.
It's high risk, low risk, high reward, and they're rewarded with the Nexus. So, GG's Team Ocean. They're taking the 2-0 here.
Yep, Ocean continuing their path of domination in the playoffs so far.
Can anyone stop them? That's what I want to find out. We'll find out anyway.
Yeah, we will. We will find out.
Aether Fox, why didn't you pick Trundle? Casters, why did you pick Trundle? Yeah, so I guess you gotta think about the whole setup of the draft. The last draft was a great Trundle, and they had the last pick top. And this time they picked it early, and Team Ocean went with double tank.
Yeah, there were very specific reasons why we thought that Trundle was going to be a great pick. It basically depended on their comp already having a lot of engage and lacking damage, and the other team having a lot of tanks. And this time they kind of just picked it pretty much blind. So I mean, it's those are the differences really.
Yeah. Okay, so let's bring some people in for some interviews.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think I want to talk to. I definitely want to talk to Ratty Z. I think, and
Okay.
we could talk to Shu, but I feel like we talk to Shu every time. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong about that.
I don't know when we brought him in last.
Yeah,
but,
I don't either.
But it seems like most games he's in, there's probably a story there.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's start with Reddy Z.
All right. Yeah. Let me see if we can get him. Okay. Yeah. We'll get Reddy Z up in here. Gonna pull him up. What's up, Reddy Z? How you doing?
Yeah, what is up?
Yeah, good games.
Thanks, man. Woo!
GG's.
All right.
Hi. All right. So, I guess I want you to rate your own performance in these games. I want to hear how you think you did.
Okay. My own performance. So in the first game, I think I definitely played pretty well into that. Had a couple cross map plays. Was able to interact with the team and get the right calls in the right areas. I felt really good about the positioning there. I think this game I didn't do quite as well. I think Pickle Popper was able to push me around just a little bit in the lane, just enough so I couldn't like really pop off.
Right.
But it still feels good to get in a Lowy game, and kudos for Red Brambleback for like sticking it to us in the second game. We weren't sure.
Yeah, definitely some stuff up in the air in that second game. It was tight for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, lanes were looking a lot more even that second game, but again, it came down to you guys. The story of the game was you guys' team play and your communication seemed to be on point. Who's kind of calling the shots for you guys when you're out there?
Taskmaster Shoe, for sure.
Taskmaster.
Whipping us into shape. We got to get better at it. He's helping us out with our vision, with our conversation, with our communication.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, I guess specifically you had, I believe, 4 roams to the mid lane that were just unanswered from the opposing top. That seems pretty ridiculous to me. I was like, I mean, I think personally, I think in the Rekt League, the best players are determined from how much they're able to get out of their lane and affect other lanes in mismatches. So to me, that was awesome. I think you did a really, really, really good job of that, which is huge.
Thank you. I've been working hard to try to get better vision and get better map awareness so I can do things like that. And Cyan is a great champion for that.
Yeah, definitely. No doubt. I mean, I guess that's kind of it. Like, I think the poster at the beginning that we showed, the graphic between the 2 top lane matchups was pretty telling in how the matchup should go down, and I think it went down kind of like that. Really well played.
Thank you. And shout outs to Pickle Popper, who is a really good top laner. I was actually really scared coming into this game because he is roughed me up pretty hard in the previous 4 games that we lost Red Brambleback. So kudos to him.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, all right, we got we'll source a crowd question here. What's Ratty Z's favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh my goodness. Right now I'm really super grooving on the Ben and Jerry's, the fish food.
Fish food.
Oh, good choice.
That stuff is
Very good
delightful.
choice.
Straight from the childhood. I love it. That's so good. Yeah, definitely good call. Cool. All right, yeah, I think that's probably good. I don't have any other questions. You got anything going?
No, I think that's it.
All right, cool. Well, GG's, Reddy Z. Thank you for joining. Thank you.
Thank you.
for playing.
Rekt League.
Rekt League. Let's go. All right, cool. So let's see. What else do we got? We got anything else? Well, do we have anything else on the table?
Do we know what the?
Yeah,
next
I want to
week-
pull up. I want to pull up Cobalt. Where's Cobalt? Wait, I don't
Oh,
have
okay.
him. I don't have him on my friends list. Add friend. Fish food for a member of Team Ocean. Good point. I didn't even.
Yeah, drawing the connections here. He really is a true member of Team Ocean. We got Cobalt.
I don't
Hey.
know. Oh, we do.
Yeah,
you doing?
we do.
Oh, what's up? I didn't even. Okay, how you doing?
I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking.
Cool. So, I guess one of the questions I wanted to ask you was, both you and Frostbeat are kind of known for your brand play in this league. And so I guess how much did you orchestrate your second draft so that you could pick that champion up, or did your team orchestrate it?
We were talking pretty much all day about pick ban, and we knew that we would have to ban the brand when they were first picked, but we would see if they would brand it or ban it when we were first pick, and if not, we would pick it and
Yep.
and go from there.
Right. Yeah. Sure. Cool. Okay. So I know that you're good friends with Shu, and I think one thing that teams are falling for a lot right now is what to ban against him and what not to ban. Like where basically like what's a wasted ban versus, because his champion pool is so deep, it's like it's hard. I don't know. I guess it's just hard to really know what is an effective ban. Is it worth spending all 5 of your bans? Like from when you're playing against a team and they just start banning mid laners as the support, what are you thinking? Like how much easier is the game with all those bans being focused on just your mid laner, who you know is then just going to affect the game anyway?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of superfluous to do that because he's just going to pick something else. He's like you said, he's got a deep pocket full of great picks. So honestly, it kind of plays into our favor when teams do that.
Right.
But obviously he's got some of the ones that do get banned out. He does play better on per se. So I mean there
For sure.
is reason to ban out certain picks against him, but is it that is he wavered by it? Not a whole lot. but
Right.
He does appreciate getting like 4 out of 5 bans.
Yeah, it could be a good feeling for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. I like getting at least one that that really elevates my ego a little.
Hell yeah, for sure. Okay, and I guess my final question is how does your bot lane feel? I feel like at the beginning of the season when I ranked all the players and all the bot lanes, I kind of put you guys on kind of like the bottom end of what I thought was like the good bot lanes. So how do you feel like you've grown? Because you've clearly grown like really well. Like I guess your cohesion as a AD carry support has just gotten way better over the seasons.
Yeah, I mean, playing
over
more
the-
with Phoenix. I know Phoenix. We go way back from like middle school.
Cool.
So learning to play better with him because him and I don't normally play ADC and support like prior to this. Like
Sure.
I was playing jungle prior to this in top lane, but so it was learning kind of like the picks that the team needed. I was also primarily like a tank support player. Like if I played support, it would be like engage and tanks and stuff. I never used to play like brand. I picked it up because
Right.
like I was looking at like we played Brambleback pretty early on in the season. We were pretty terrified of Frostbeat, and I kind of took a little bit of what he was dishing out, and I kind of wanted to learn it and step up because I kind of I was looking at what he was doing. He was a really good player, and I thought maybe I can do this too.
Yeah.
So I respect Frostbeat a lot in these games. I was glad to lane against him. I learned a lot from him, and so from that, kind of me and Justin kind of figured out how we're going to play our lanes together and grow and get better and communicate and such. But we're still getting better. I think the second set we played today was really good.
Yeah. No, for sure, no doubt. And I think of the remaining teams, I think there are some really good bot lanes left. So I think you guys
Yeah.
have your work cut out for you. And
We do definitely, but we understand that. But we're going to go into those matchups with that understanding that we have our work because there are a lot of good Ziggy's gave us a run for our money, and playing against JSF too. I mean, those guys are awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Those were tough matchups for us, but we like that though. It's fun playing against people that are better than us. So
Hell
we,
yeah.
we learn a lot and it's exciting.
Cool. Cool. And you got anything?
Nope. You pretty much covered the
Yeah,
stuff I wanted to talk
I
about.
took all three of the good ones. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, those were the big questions. You answered them well, so it was cool to hear your answers
Sweet.
to that.
Cool. Well, GG, thanks for coming on, and
thanks for
good
having
luck.
me.
Good luck in the finals. Good luck.
We're gonna try our best. We'll see.
Yeah, I guess on that topic, like, really, congratulations, Team Ocean, for making it to the finals. Like, that's pretty huge.
Yeah. So what are we? The question now is, what are we looking at for the coming weeks for the Rekt League? Or I guess the next week.
Yeah, well, I guess next week. So, okay, yeah, good point. This is a great time to talk about this. We got a couple viewers. Next weekend we are not play, or the finals will not be played next weekend. It will be the weekend after that. So the finals will be on the 13th, assuming we can get everyone to make it. Yes, this is Mother's Day, so we'll be monitoring that situation, and if we can't field the teams, we'll move it. And then so up before that point, we need to see Scuttle versus Scuttle versus Blue Sentinel. That needs to happen.
Yep.
So there still is one semifinal to be played.
Yep, we gotta figure out who's gonna face off against the Daring Ocean Drake.
Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. I think that's pretty much it, right? Like
Yep, pretty much stay tuned for when we figure out how things are gonna go between Skull and Blue. So keep an eye out for that, and finals will be in 2 weeks.
I will definitely be posting when that match is going to happen. GG's to both teams. Really well played. I thought there were some awesome moves from both sides of the board. So
yeah, good stuff. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching.
And we'll see you later.